Welcome back to Mac Talks Football. And Manchester United have been humiliated by Tottenham Hotspur at Old Trafford. They defeated them 3-0. So let's go ahead and talk about it. What an embarrassing performance by Manchester United. I mean, it was so bad. It was just dreadful. They were really bad in that game. No movement, no passion, no coordination between the players. Like they just. And this is before the red card, right? In the first half, before the red card, they just it felt like they were just standing there. They're just running around without any idea, literally like brainless idiots at the moment. The way that they were moving. Spurs, like credit to them, they came into the game. They really took the game to United. And they put United under pressure, and United felt that pressure. I said before the game that United are going to be the team who are going to be in pressure. They have not won in their last 3 games. Their performances have been really bad, and they are going to be at home. The fans are going to demand some sort of a response after the last after the draw against Twente and the draw against Crystal Palace last weekend. So a lot the fans would want something of a good performance from United, and I thought that the best form for United would be, to do those counter-attacking moves against Spurs highlines, but like it never materialized. They never really created anything. They never really got the ball where they could have hurt Spurs, and like it just got worse and worse. Spurs were really commanding early on the ball. They got the goal, they got the lead as well, and then Bruno Fernandes goes there and gets sent off, which I will come to later on, because of course it's Canova. How much hate I have for this guy at the moment is something else. So I'm going to talk about it later on. First we'll concentrate on the game. He sends him off, and that basically, in my opinion, ended the game. And the funny thing is, like last weekend everybody was piling on Arsenal, talking about defending with 10 men, making sure that there were dark arts of football. Arsenal couldn't really Arsenal should have gone ahead and played against Manchester City, this and that and all that. Roy Keane and Gary Neville and all those United pundits sitting on the TV and telling all that BS. Now look what happens to United. They before even they did not before getting a red card, they were defending like their lives depended on it, and after red card it was just one-sided. Second half comes in, Kulusevski with that goal, quite a bad goal, a goal to concede again. They were down to 10 men. They took advantage of that and just scored, and that basically was a game done and dusted there, 2-0. And then again, United, they never really played. Even as I said, before 10 going down to 10 men, they were really poor, and then after 10 men it was just they were just hopeless tonight. It was such a bad performance. I think every United fan should be, I don't really use that this term very often, but I think they should be asking for a refund, because that was a dreadful performance by every single one of them. And I think I cannot believe that Erik ten Hag doesn't have any idea of what to do with his squad. The way he set up, that was, I think, wrong. And then he couldn't really manage his players in the game as well. It's okay, like it was 1-0 down going into the second half. When they came out for second half, it was a 1-0 down to 10 men. He brought on Casemiro, trying to protect it, but like it doesn't matter whatever he's doing, it's not working. So it was a bad performance by United. Spurs, on the other hand, I would say they were really good. As I already said, they came with intent. They were the team that took the game to United early on, and United basically crumbled under the pressure and just started making mistakes, and Spurs took advantage of that. They get the lead. Kulusevski scores the second, then Solanke scores the third goal as well. That basically, to add salt to the wounds, he goes ahead and scores the third goal. That basically ends the game and adds to the humiliation of Manchester United players and the fans. And I think it was a fair result. United were never really in the game, with or without the red card. That's a different matter, but I just think they were really bad. And Spurs, I would say, it is now like what, fourth win in a row for Spurs. United, on the other hand, it is now it is starting to they are it is such bad. Like it is really bad. I really don't know what to say. Their performances are really bad today. Again, they were just pathetic, to be very honest with you. And there's another defeat in the league. They were already 12th coming into this weekend. I think they are gonna drop down with other results going after Monday night. I think they might drop down even further. So yeah, It is really bad for United. Big embarrassing night, to be very honest with you. And then I'm gonna talk about the red card. Like, I am an Arsenal fan, I'll be very honest. That is not a red card. Like, literally there is no way you can give a red card. But again, this is like this is the fun. The thing is, I made the combined 11 for Arsenal, for United and Spurs before the game, and in that video, I went against Bruno Fernandes. I said I don't like him as a player. I don't like the way he plays the game, like not in like footballing terms, but he's so whiny. He makes ridiculous, he's a dirty player. I just don't like the way he moves and all the I went at Bruno Fernandes now here I'm sitting here and I'm defending him because of how fucked up and how stupid these referees are acting. I said the same thing when Rice was red carded. I said the same thing when Trossard was sent off last weekend. I will say the same thing. We as football fans, we need to come together in occasions like this. You can sit last week I saw like so many United fans on social media, the banter and the tweets and all in support and mocking Arsenal fans, and I said that it happened to us this week. It could happen to you next week, and it has happened to United. That is not a red card in a million years. He literally slips and he cannot, like, he doesn't have a balance. Like you can literally see he's slipping and he's trying to make sure that he like trying to stop himself from falling down, and the leg goes there, and there's no attempt to malicious attempt to get the player injured or anything. Like there's no way that's not even the yellow card. That foul is not even yellow card worthy, but of course it's Chris Kavanagh. I already said that he's a number fucking prick. Like he wants that attention. He wants to be known as the guy that can do he wants to be known everywhere. He wants everybody to talk about it, and that's what happening. Like right now I'm talking about him. Everybody's gonna you're gonna see every newspaper talk about it. He's gonna be mentioned on Sky or BBC. Every football a broadcast is going to talk about the incident and whether Kavanagh got it right or whether Kavanagh got it right. His name is going to be mentioned. It's going to be in the newspaper. He's on social media, and that's what he wants. He seeks attention, and he's getting it, unfortunately. And it's not just him. Like that just shows you how the PGMO, they are like completely fucked. There's literally nothing. I keep on saying, like it feels like not just me, like everybody who watches Premier League, who watches the Premier League, like every weekend we are just sitting here and we are talking about the referees. If it doesn't matter which game it is. Last week it was City versus Arsenal. This week it's United versus Spurs. Like the biggest games of the weekend. We had yesterday Bayern Munich versus Leverkusen, like the probably the biggest game of the season till now in the Bundesliga. Not one mention of the referee. Literally nothing was said about it. Everybody that watched the game, after that everybody all the talks was about how Bayern Munich, they were not able to break down Leverkusen, how Leverkusen defended it. But all the talk was about the players, about the managers, about the tactics, and about how the game went. In England, whenever it is a big game, it doesn't really, majority of the time it doesn't even matter if it's a big game. Any game you see, you are going to see every weekend there are 3, 4, 5 claims about a bad refereeing. Just now, like the game has finished, there's going to be a Madrid derby in an hour, and you're going to see they are going to go ahead, they're going to play. There's 99.99% chance that we are not going to hear about the referee. It is just that simple. The referees in England, they are literally corrupt. They don't really care about anything. You could just see the smile on that guy's face, like that. He couldn't wait to get the card out and show it to Bruno Fernandes. The way how happy he is, like it was so. It is infuriating as a football fan. As I said, I don't support Manchester United. I don't like them. I said in my prediction video that the best result for me as an Arsenal fan would be that both of them get a draw. I could sit back and mock both of the teams. Like that's your rivalry. Spurs, I don't like Spurs. I don't like United. But then the player that gets sent off, I don't like Bruno Fernandes as well. But you cannot sit here as a football fan and defend that because, like I said, it happened to last week to us. It has happened to United this weekend. Next week it could be Liverpool. It has already happened to them a couple of weeks back. It could happen to Chelsea. It will happen to everybody. We football fans, football clubs, they need to get together. They need to get united and get these fuckers in the PGMOL finally open their eyes and listen. But the thing is, you have that, the chief cheat, Howard Webb, for all those years, all the decisions that he used to make that never really made sense. So it's not a surprise that the organization under him, he's doing the same thing. Now you're going to see he's going to come up in the Sky Studio and he's going to make up some ideas, why this was happened, why did he give the red card and all that BS. That he did the same thing against Rice, he did the same thing against Trossard. So like, it's not a big deal. It's the same thing is going to happen, and we're just going to have to accept it unless until all the clubs get united and get behind each other and complain officially to the FA, to the PGMO, that something needs to be done, because this is completely stupid. So yeah, that is it from me in this video. Great win for Tottenham Hotspur, and a commanding win, a statement win for them, going to Old Trafford, defeating Manchester United in such a humiliating way. I think a very good performance from them. United, on the other hand, it's getting worse and worse for them. Like Ten Hag is getting under immense pressure. The biggest supporters of Ten Hag in the in YouTube world or in social media, everybody now starting, you can see even they are starting to openly criticize him, and I think it is looking really bad for him. He needs to do something really quickly. This Europa League game this weekend, I think it's going to be very important for him. He needs to get a win, otherwise it is looking really bad. In the Premier League, as I said, I think they were 12 before they started the game. I think they might have fallen. I have not looked at the table till now, but I think it is really looking bad for them. So yeah, this was my review. Let me know what you guys think of the game, United's performance, Spurs performance, and of course Kavanagh's red card. What are your opinions on it? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 300 subscribers before the month of September ends. I know it's a very big task at the moment, but we hope that we can get as close to it as possible. So please go ahead and subscribe. Until next time, bye bye.